So 2 variations. Let's look at that shape again. So what we're looking at here is a top screen within reason of model of best practice. So what is the autocorrect shape? Okay, so autocorrect shape is we're looking at that. Okay, bottom screen is where our auto shape is all over the place, and these are different variations that we will see many different players passing with. And the key is, can we try and get the autocorrect shape right every time? If we do, then we've got a much better chance of getting a good pass away. So first one, okay, stiff arm passing we call this. So this is where we passing with straight arms. What we see now is this area here is flexed, so we haven't got any play on the ball, and we look at that and it goes through the line, okay, and we lose that arm position. So we're playing with flexed arms, no bend there, everything then is very stiff. Okay, next option. We're still looking at autocorrect in the top of the screen. This is where one of the biggest ones, so when you go to the top screen here, we're trying our best to keep that going in there. What you tend to happen here is now we go through a big loop on our pass. So top screen, let's have a look at that one move. Ideally trying to drive that ball forward and extend to target. Needs to be better on the extension on that example. Okay, let's take it back to another one, see if we can find a bit of a better finish position. Go back one more. So this one here, okay, driving those arms to full extension. So we look at the ball flight. Okay, we're trying to keep it going forward and through. Let's watch the ball flight on this one. This is what a lot of us do. Down it goes, below, and then what we do is we release with the ball coming up, and look at that shape difference of where we are and where that ball's going. So very high release, no bend in the elbow. Elbow stays stiff, have no play on that ball. So we'll take it back to that good picture for us. So looking at the shape that we're trying to create when we pass. Okay, and compare that to the shape on the bottom. We know that we have a stiff arm there that causes us an issue. So back into good positional shape, let's look at it, and then let's go through some more of these. Okay, obviously they're overemphasized. The reason they're overemphasized is just to show it. So this one here, we get lateral straight on there, and we go in turning again. So we're very stiff with this front arm this time here. Okay, losing that shape. So as always, look at the autocorrect. Where are we when we start? Hands coming through, pushing, flicking through to target. Okay, so this one is the one that you get a lot of. So you sit, the autocorrect now is actually not too bad. So things on this look very much the same as what we see at the top. Okay, but what happens is we compress and we lose our elbow shape. So instead of in the top, if we watch the elbow there, okay, is still higher than the ball. Okay, so if we're looking in, we're looking at that elbow shape. What we do with this one at the bottom of the screen here is the elbow is going to compress and go under. So let's just have a look at that. Okay, watch the elbow go under the ball. So it comes through, and see how it gets under. So it drops, it doesn't stay high. So it should have stayed there and then should have worked really hard to go through this plane. But what happens is we lose it, and it ends up diving under. So we end up, watch that elbow, it drops down and under, and then turns us into a loop. So we end up passing, okay, in this position, instead of fighting to keep our elbow over the top of the ball where possible. So we lose our shape, so the elbow starts high, but we compress through it. So we've got to work that top hand to stay over there, and that's why we get that loop and that flick. Same again, so we come in, good start position, but we're dropping it. See our hands now going from here? Look at this top screen. Okay, watch the elbow position. okay, keeps that angle, okay? This one here, so we're keeping a good angle on the top screen. If you're looking at the top screen now, we're keeping a good angle in this shape. Watch this bottom screen with that angle. See how we go into stiff arms? This is a lot of us do this as well. Yeah, so we actually end up, we start in not a bad shape being here, but we actually end up passing with what is going to be like realistically a stiff arm in there. Watch what happens. There it comes, sweeps under, and we're now passing ball down here. So this one, ball stays high, ball's lateral plane. Yet again, this one, where does it start? Where does it finish? We let the elbow come under, up goes the ball, and we can press. So that important thing is elbow shape. Keep everything up in the right position. Here's this last one now going through. Stiff arms, narrow. This is what happens when you get compressed elbows, okay? So your elbows are really close to your body. Talk about being a T-Rex. You need to find space and free space. So your elbows are tucked. Okay, you catch the ball, you keep your elbows tight into you. Very restrictive way of passing. Finish position over-exaggerated here by not pointing to target. Top one driving through, reaching to target, yeah? Good reach position at the end. Watch the over-rotation, lack of control in the finish position. Okay, same again. Good autocorrect position, okay? Good autocorrect. So we're in the right place. That's excellent. What happens to it then? Okay, we drive it through. We're letting the ball compress a little bit, but we're not finishing the pass. We're letting our body over-rotate. We're not driving through. So good. Nigh on goes there's okay. Probably release could have been a little bit better, but we don't drive it. We've de-accelerated our hands here. So from this point now, we've been able to stop. Arms are flicking up, pointing the wrong way. And then when we look at it, there's quite a substantial difference between what this hand is doing and what these hands here are doing, pointing to target. Okay. So we can go through this a lot, any of these kind of changes, okay, taking the hands off the ball just to finish on the last one. So it's where we just say that we kind of de-accelerate and we let the hands come off. You see how that jump in position, it's kind of we like flick, take our hands off, look at the ball spin and variation on that ball as well. So our hands are away, finishing wide, not having our body weight pushing through. So lots to work on there. Apologize for the cough. But just think, it's not all about just the auto shape. So that's what we're looking at. Great position in the top screen, elbow high, ball free, so it can go forward, letting it come through, driving those hands forward to target, okay? Take it back again, see if there's another one there. Okay, so take the ball, elbow up, drive through, push to get those hands to target. All right, hopefully that's helpful.